Okay, so 20,000 square feet. Did you get the impression when your group took it over that it was sort of moribund, that there wasn't really a whole lot going on here, and that it had potential to be really not an attraction, but a really good venue?
Oh, well, it's hard for me to say. I've
Yeah.
only been with ATG for approximately 6 months, so
Okay.
I couldn't ins and outs of the strategy behind why they purchased the venue.
Mhm.
I'm a local San Antonian you know, who kind of grew up in the music scene here, so
Mhm. Okay.
um, I
Well,
can speak to like you know what I'm doing and what I'm doing currently.
yeah, I just well, if you're familiar with San Antonio, then as such, the growth has been exponential and fast, and it seems like this is sort of prime time for the Sunset Depot to have a new life as the Espee, because so much more is going on downtown. That's been the focus for a long time. Would you say that the Espee was sort of brought up to meet the growth and the demand for attractions and nightlife then in San Antonio?
I would say that the SB offers up again a space within a very um, cool entertainment district
Yeah.
east of downtown in St. Paul Square, and that we're nestled right in between St. Paul Square and the Alamo Dome. And again, it gives us a very unique kind of location in that whether there's something large happening at the Alamo Dome, whether it's a concerted event, whether across the highway, the convention center, there's something going on there, and they need some additional event space. It will become, and our hope is that it will become kind of this staple of downtown San Antonio,
Mm-hmm.
of just very like when you think of an event space or a place to do an event that you would just kind of automatically think like the Espee. That's the best place to do an event in San Antonio, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Because St. Paul Square in general is sort of picking up. I noticed University of Houston has an extension, and more restaurants are opening, and then more the recent publication, San Antonio Report. I think they office there, so it seems like the timing's right because usually St. Paul Square was sort of cut off. I read about it from the I-37, so it really was pretty dead for a long time. But
Huh.
yeah, that's what I read
Yeah.
about the history of St. Paul Square. A lot of times when these highways come in or a road come in, well, actually, it's like a highway will come in and it'll cut off a lot of the street traffic that goes in and out of a place. And that's what
Mhm.
happened to St. Paul Square for a long time. So it's just sort of picking back up. What other sorts of, can you give me examples of the kind of events people could look for at the SB?
Well, sure. I think anything in the performing arts or music categories is probably likely. Art openings, but concerts, sure. We've done I think food and beverage events. We recently did an event that featured dozens and dozens of different cocktails and
Mm-hmm.
food offerings and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
We've also done a lot of community events. We did a couple of events around Fiesta this year. One working with the AIDS Foundation and the Web Party, and the other one was with SACAM. That's SAACAM, I
Mm-hmm.
believe.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a blues festival, kind of a community event. Recently, we had a big free community art event that was free to get in.
Mm-hmm.
And then at private events, we've had people rent the place for anything you can think of. Quinceañeras,
Yeah.
graduates, yeah, all kinds of stuff. I mean, that again, it's really about offering a space to San Antonio where um, you have some options to kind of have a space within a space, but also being able to um,
Mm-hmm.
offer. I'm
Well,
sorry.
well, I think it's exciting that you would have several events going on at once. I mean, that's sort of a real
Yeah,
flexible capacity that you'd have down there.
yeah, for sure. The multiple rooms and being able to kind of close those off during an event and do separate events is cool. It also allows us to do break off a little bit of an audience and maybe bring them into a room and, we can offer
Hmm.
a private, intimate, pre-show performance or meet and greet and things
Hmm.
of that nature, which we use the lounge for. Um, so yeah, again, it's one of those things where I feel like once somebody goes and sees it for the first time, it's really about experiencing it. It's about walking into the venue, hearing the music, or going into one of the depots for the event that you're there to attend. And just once you're in and you see the Texas Music Legends mural and you're under the pavilion and the skyline of downtown is, just to your west, and you can see the tower and you can see the dome and the string lights of inside the venue. It's just really, really gorgeous. It's really beautiful, and San Antonio deserves to have a place like this, for sure.
Is is there any other place like that? I don't know what your competition is. I know, I mean, you've expanded the facilities. I can't think of what other sort of place there is in San Antonio like this.
There's a place like the Espee in the whole wide world, Barrett.
Yeah. Yeah, because I can't think of any, nothing comes to mind that like all the things you're offering, nothing comes to mind that it already exists here, you know?
I mean, when you think about it in a straight ticketed capacity type of way, our competition is uh, who you would think it would be. The Aztec Theater
Oh,
and maybe
yeah, yeah,
Hope Center and stuff like that. But in terms of like offerings and uniqueness and the beauty of being outdoors and seeing that San Antonio skyline, no, there's
yeah.
absolutely no one else to offer that. So
Yeah, because that's a strictly indoor theater, but that doesn't have like tons of rooms and outdoor space and, all the other stuff. So,
I would consider us to be an indoor outdoor venue.
yeah,
You know,
okay. Well, is there a crowd capacity? Just
yeah,
wondering.
it's 3,175.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the hard question I have for you though is parking. What to do about parking there?
Huh.
I think you have a lot. There's a lot that's a paid lot, that's sort of between the Alamo Dome and the Espee. But I know parking is tough in that area. Do you know if there's going to be any expansion of parking? Any idea?
Um, so I know of, the parking lots that we currently would tell patrons or visitors coming.
Yeah.
There's the Via lot there
Yeah.
off Chestnut. There's the Baldwin Garage, which also
Okay.
offers pretty affordable parking.
Mhm.
There's a lot, what we call like the Sutton lot,
Mhm.
which is at the corner of um, Crockett and Houston.
Mhm. Okay.
Yep, and then right there on the other side of the tracks there, if you're going east on Commerce, on the right-hand side, before you hit Cherry Street, that parking is usually also available.
Yeah. Okay.
And from what I understand, from what I understand, there's additional parking lots that pop up there during events, and that property locally, I think, is owned locally by some families. So,
Okay.
uh, yeah, and I couldn't really speak to any kind of parking development plans or
Yeah.
anything. So.
No, I don't expect you to. I understand. Was the city? Did you work with the? Do you know? I don't know if you know this. If the city, if your group worked with the Department of Development or something, there must have been some sort of city partnership to get this whole thing up and running.
Yeah, I couldn't speak to that. I
Okay.
mean, I think Maria had mentioned
Yeah, I was just
that,
curious. Yeah.
and I think you'd really have to get a hold of the developers, the
Yeah.
people that actually came and developed it, because I think a lot of that work was done before ATG came into the situation.
Okay. So
You know what I
ATG.
mean?
Yeah. Does
But they were,
ATG own it, or what's the ownership of this place, or is there one, or how does it work?
I don't believe that we own the property. No, I think we're leasing the property and managing the property. Yeah.
So, Ambassador Theater Group is managing the property.
The Espee, yes.
Yes, okay, that's fine. I just had to sort of understand the backstory. Well,
Sure.
can you name maybe one of the biggest attractions that's on the calendar that really sort of highlights all that you're doing there? It sounds like you're going to have a lot of stuff going on.
Oh, it's hard to pick just one, Barrett.
Okay, yeah,
Uh, if
yeah,
I did want to pick one, and I'll just mention this one because it's kind of, I think, special to San Antonio. But
okay, yeah,
we're about to announce on Monday that Christopher Cross is going to play at the
oh,
Espee,
okay, okay,
and that'll an event that we're doing in partnership with Texas Public Radio.
okay. When is he
I'm coming
playing?
to it.
When is he performing?
That'll be on Friday, November 3rd.
Okay. Well, if you're going to announce it on Monday, I can put it in the article then because this will come out after that. So that's good to know.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
Let me
Um,
know if you need anything.
I'm sorry.
Let me know if you need anything there for your article. I've got if you wanted to put some pictures or
Yeah.
artwork or anything.
Thanks for mentioning that. Yeah, I would love some pictures, some whatever publicity shots that you can send along would be great. And
I'd be happy to.
I
And
took a
we'll get all.
picture of the sign. The sign looks old, to match the style. I guess you had that specially made or something. So, Eh,
Yeah, I could. Yeah, that was there before I got here as well.
yeah, okay, that's all right. All right. Well, I'm just trying to fill up. I always try to get as more information that I need to you than I need. So,
Yeah.
anyway,
Um,
Adam, thank you. It sounds cool. As I say, San Antonio is growing so much that, I mean, it was, it's for sure that it needs a place like this.
yeah, I think I mean, it's definitely like a good thing to point out that San Antonio is developing downtown, and
Yeah.
I think as a local, something you might hear a lot is that San Antonio deserves this, or San Antonio really deserves this, something or another, and this truly is something I think San Antonio deserves. I mean, it's offering a place downtown, an outdoor music experience like that that doesn't currently exist in San Antonio. So we're excited, and we're just getting started, but there's great things to come.
Yeah, I bet so. And because just going to the yoga class, August 2nd, 110 degrees outside, I was shocked like there were 30 people. And I said, this must be a hot body yoga class. I was surprised so many people came. I mean, it's like under the worst
Yeah,
conditions at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, so,
natural, natural hot yoga.
yeah, so,
Yeah,
I think that your, audiences are gonna show up. So,
yeah, and I'll give credit to St. Paul Square there too, because I will say that the development that's happening there right next to our venue with the additions of Francis Bogside and all the great restaurants that we already have that are existing there with Toro and Cliche, and with the Aiden recently reopening down the street, there's a good energy that's kind of building there just east of downtown,
mm.
and you know, we're glad and excited to be part of this, kind of thriving new thing in San Antonio for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. The east side is the next to start popping up, and with all of the lofts going up on Lower Broadway, housing a lot of young people. I mean, there's going to be a need for downtown San Antonio to be a cultural arts hangout. So yeah, it's all good. Thank you, Adam and Maria, for your time.
Thank you.
I don't
Yeah,
know
of
when
course.
this is. Oh, sorry. I was going to say I don't know when they're going to publish this, but it'll be I don't know a week or something. But I'll send you a link.
Awesome. And I'll
That's
send
great.
over the press shots. And if you have any other questions, just shoot them over.
Yeah, thank you, Adam. I'm sorry I walked all over you. Were you saying something else?
Oh no, I'm sorry. No, I'm fine. Thank
Okay.
you. I really appreciate. I was gonna say. I think I was gonna say the same thing Maria just said was.
Yeah.
We can get you over like a folder with some pictures and assets and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Well, it would be JPEGs if you've got some good JPEGs.
sure. Yeah,
Um,
we can get JPEGs.
yeah, and I don't. Yeah, that would be great if you could do that. I'd appreciate it. So yeah, so I'll let you get on
And
with your day.
if you'd ever like to attend a concert or
Hmm.
again come by for an event or something, please let us know. Happy to host.
Wow. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Have a great
Talk
weekend.
soon. You
Okay.
too.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. You too.
Thanks.